This week on the Spotlight, we talk to the center fielder and the man who makes it happen, Alejandro De Aza, a key to the top of the order. Chris Sale, key to the top of the pitching staff, knocking down wins, striking out people, dominating. Dick Allen, speaking of dominating, was a great 1972 MVP of the White Sox. He's back in town. And then we have trivia from Aurelio's Beecher. All that this week on the Spotlight. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Kelly's Tavern has trivia at 44th and Wallace. That's Friday, June 15th at 8 p.m. and again Friday, June 29th at 8 p.m. Come out and play. Bring your friends. It's fun times at Kelly's Tavern at 44th and Wallace. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Tanks at 124th and Western for good times with the Outdoor Beer Garden. They have beanbag games. They're open Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., Saturday and Sunday at noon. You can watch the Sox, Cubs, and a complete NFL schedule, daily specials at Tanks, 124th and Western.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. We're back in the Spotlight. It's time to talk White Sox. And a guy that I enjoyed talking to last year and was sensationally impressed by his desire to speak English during the interview, and now his complete mastery of it, in addition to very fine baseball play, is Alejandro De Aza. He has really seized the opportunity to play center field and bat leadoff here in the major leagues, something that when I saw him in Arizona I thought he had a chance to do, but I didn't know he would grab it and do so well so fast. As he flirts with a 300 batting average and certainly is the catalyst in the team's lineup, setting up opportunities for the heart of the order to drive him in, Alejandro also shows some pop with the bat, some extra base hit ability, and I know in the future he's going to want to drop down out of that first slot and be a true RBI man. But for now, let him use his speed, be the leadoff man the White Sox need, be an important on-base guy, and he talks about those roles, playing the outfield, and some of his teammates here on the 2012 very legitimate contending Chicago White Sox, more than a third into the season in first place. We're talking about the 2012 White Sox, and Alejandro, as we talked last year, you were going to be at the top of the order, and things are going well. You're starting things off and scoring some runs.
Yeah, I feel grateful, and I thank God to let me get the opportunity to be here and doing what I'm doing right now. You know?
Yeah, it's you're grabbing this opportunity. You got Dunn and Konerko and Rios all in the big meat of the order. They're driving you in. Your lineup is very efficient.
Yeah. Like you say, we have all those guys who can do and turn the game like over in any time, you know. So that's great, and that's good to be on base with them, you know.
Yes. And also very good performances as you go down the line with AJ and Viciedo. They're doing some hitting as well.
Well, yeah, they're doing what, you know. Their talent, you know, about Bisiero. I only know. I always know he's staying. AJ, he been showing everything, all this in the past 10, 11 years. So, and you know, that's great. That's great.
And you're also getting a chance to be side by side with Viciedo in the outfield. And some people said, oh, they weren't sure about his fielding skills. But what can you tell me about him in the field?
Well, to me, he looked like a natural outfield, like he been playing outfield for a long time. And in the outfield, we have like conference, we talk, we have when we in the outfield, we move out each other, and that's something that is good for us, that we can communicate really good, you know.
Well, at the beginning of the year, we knew you would be in center, and I'm thinking, boy, he's going to have to do some running. But you know, Rios covers his ground, and you could just stay right in the middle. You don't have to cheat one way or the other.
No, I don't have to cheat on the other. You just have to know the hitter, like where we supposedly think he's gonna hit the ball. That's what we're gonna just put ourselves.
To wrap up, your pitching has been very, very good, and you have Peavy, April Pitcher of the Month. You have Sale, May Pitcher of the Month. Who do you think will be next for Para Junio?
Well, I don't know. But they all been pitching good, and I hope one of them, you know, the next 3 or 4 starters get the next month, you know.
Yeah. And you wouldn't mind a Player of the Week in there yourself sometime, huh?
Well, you know, it's not bad, but I just don't think about that. I just try to do my job, and that's about it. But if it's coming, good, you know.
We'll be looking for that single and a steal and scoring on one of the big guns RBIs bottom of the 9th soon.
All righty, thanks.
Thanks. Milano's Pizza at 109th and Western is the place to order from, like I do. Lasagna, chicken parm, Italian beef, and stuffed pizza besides the thin crust. They're open Monday through Wednesday at 3 p.m., Thursday through Saturday 11 a.m., and Sunday at noon. Call them at 773-445-4010. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates. Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. We're back on the spotlight. We're talking White Sox baseball. And a guy that really intrigued me last year in 2011, I guess you would say he was last year's version of Addison Reed, is Chris Sale. But he's taken it to a new level this year by becoming a starting pitcher. And after surviving a little bit of elbow tenderness that was the talk of so much sports talk radio and so much inane speculation about how he'd be missing weeks and months and may never be the same again. Yikes. He's fine. Did some strengthening exercises that he'll describe to you in a moment. And he pitched a gem against Minnesota the day before we went to this videotape. Chris Sale talks about his regimen, about being a starter, and about appreciating the White Sox lineup. All that with the youngster who's still not 24 years old. Sale's been dominant at times, including the 15 strikeout game that we're well aware of. But to win 8 of his first 10 decisions and be on a pace to win 20 is not too shabby. And I talked to Chris about it. You're pitching more innings. The percentage of fastballs, I think, has to go down, and you got to mix in some other stuff, I think. You correct me if I'm wrong, but tell me about some strikeouts you may have gotten with a non-fastball pitch and how you felt about doing that.
Well, actually, it's actually the complete opposite of that is what we're going with. More fastballs early, more fastballs in general. I mean, just that's the biggest thing is pitching off the fastball as a starter. And just if you locate your fastball, your secondary stuff is that much better and that much more effective. We looked at it last night. I threw 97 pitches, and I think 65 of those were fastballs. So we're trying, AJ's doing a great job behind the plate of mixing in and out. I mean, and at the same time, I threw a lot of breaking balls in previous starts and in previous years, and sometimes those guys might be looking for it, and if you throw more fastballs, they might be a little late or not expecting it. So I just love the way he's been handling me. AJ's been awesome, calling games and keeping me in control on the mound and really getting me through games with with the way he's been calling and the way he's been working back there. It's just been awesome. On
a related subject, Mark Burley said that he would go weeks and sometimes months without shaking AJ off. And, just let them do it, lest they have to think about it. Are you in that situation?
Yeah, I think I've gone a year and a half.
with none.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have. So, he's been around for a long time. He knows what he's doing. He's played with some of the best, and, I haven't been here for very long. So, obviously, I've got my trust in him, and he knows what to do back there, and, it's been awesome.
Well, without revealing when you're going to use it, tell us a pitch maybe you're dabbling with or improving on that you might be a strike 2 pitch.
Just everything in general. I mean, Coop and I have been working on a little cutter. Hasn't really quite come around yet, but still working on it. The big pitch is my changeup. Obviously, I got to start throwing that for more strikes and being able to throw it early in counts, behind in counts, and 3-2. I threw some 3-2 changeups yesterday, and that's just a pitch that I'm going to have to get around because don't want to just be a 2-pitch guy, especially as a starter.
Good point. To wrap up, you're hitting, your team's coming around certainly at the plate, and the heart of the order especially is just pounding it. What does that feel like when you're out there and you're early in the game and you're up 3-4-0? It's got to be a great feeling.
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, even when you're not pitching, it's fun to watch these guys, and just the way they've gone about their business and the work that they've put in, the effort level that's there every single night. It does make it easier to go out there and pitch with a 4-run lead. You get a little bit more relaxed and you're not trying to do too much. And these last couple games, I've been fortunate, and with guys putting runs on the board for me, and they've been swinging the crap out of it. And even the guys that haven't been getting, Gordon Beckham is just hitting the cover off the ball, but it's always right to somebody. Same thing with Alexi. It's hard for them to buy breaks right now, but they keep swinging the bat the way they're swinging the bat. They're looking good at the plate, and those balls are going to start falling.
Well, I think in all the preseason predictions, you are quickly getting rid of the question marks because people never saw you start in the majors, and there was maybe some concern about Jake's health. And you two have been on a roll, and all I could say is just keep it up.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Take it easy.
Thanks, buddy.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kelly's Tavern has Benkowski Trivia near Sox Park at 44th and Wallace on selected Friday nights. It's usually 2 Fridays a month. Come out and play, bring some friends, have fun, tip back a few at Kelly's Tavern, 44th and Wallace. Be looking for you. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards. 7910 Calumet in Munster.
We're back in the spotlight. We're still talking 1972 White Sox because that's what the 2012 White Sox are doing. They're honoring the 1972 team all season long, the 40th anniversary of a breakthrough team that helped keep the Sox on the South Side. The main man for that team, of course, was the American League MVP, Dick Allen, who had a tremendous season with average home runs and RBIs, and really was the kind of superstar we hadn't seen on the South Side in a long time. And certainly not till Frank Thomas, anybody of that caliber. Dick Allen reminisces about a lot of things from that year and that era. And so here's another installment of Dick Allen Speaks. The 1972 great, who played in 73 and 74 for the White Sox, reminisces about various things, and I ask a question soon.
Was played pitch by pitch, out by out, inning by inning, and gee, he threw a fastball. And now you see that breaking ball. You didn't know he had it, but here you keep that in your subconscious. I know it's there, and I think that's what you're referring to. I'd like to agree to that, and thank you for that. I'd like to think I had some of that, really. What a compliment from Lefty Tanner. God rest his soul in peace.
Hello, Dick. Pat Benkowski, Sports Spotlight TV show. Would like you to talk about the stretch drive battle with the Oakland A's, and also if your 2 inside the park home run game was very high on your career highlight list.
I really don't. This is really a highlight here. Being back over here makes me feel where I was appreciated. Where the other places that I did play, they were trying to find all the wrong things were maybe untrue. I've never met the man. What's his name? Burns? Or?
No, Bill James.
Bill James. Never met the man. Don't know him, but this is really more of a highlight. Going back to your question there with Oakland. Even though they had more clientele, I thought we were just as good as them. And don't forget, as we were talking coming over to the ballpark here, there we were maybe or as early as late as September, I think. Late August or September, we still had a grip on first place. Charlie Finley, I hate to mention his name, God rest his soul in peace, but one very good man to me. He had bought, I think he'd spent like $250,000. He bought 5 batting champions, one from Mexico, Gonzo Marquez, Matty Alou. Who were the other 3, Paul? They were 5 batting champions. And with the new, designated hitter, Dick Williams would start a second baseman and let him play until it was his turn to hit, pinch hit for him. He had 5. That's, I think, what beat us. We were right there. then he skimmed on it, I guess, with their World Series ring, because he said he'd already spent the money. But it doesn't matter. They beat us fair and square. We won 87 or 86 games, and I was 87. I thought if we could just win 95, that would put us somewhere in the Fall Classic, and we came up, just you see, just about 8 short or so.
Remember, it was a 154-game season, because that was the first
that's right,
Major League Baseball strike.
Right.
So it was quite a turnaround for the number of wins, and also that year, even though you started off horrible at home, the White Sox second best home record all time was the 1972 team, 55 wins at home, and he had a lot to do.
How about that 2 inside the park home run game though? That was off the charts.
Yeah, it was. I know I was awful tired. I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could do that much running without a VCR that didn't have my name on it under it. But I think that was Blyleven. He terrific curveball. I can remember running down that first base line, yelling at the ball, "Get up, get up, get up!" It was a line drive. But as I turned the corner at first base, I saw that ball had hit the pipe or hit something other, and with the outfielders running toward the ball, it hit and shot by him. Here it's running back I turned the elbow at third. I knew I had third base made. You don't want to make that third out over there. I forget the out count. But when I got to third base, I saw Joe Lynette. He was giving me the arm, and I knew it's going to take he was still tracking the ball down. Had to take a perfect throw to get me at home. So I wind up being safe. And again, I don't know if Bert was insisting on the same pitch, same 2 times in one game. I'd done my running for the year. But now I'm very proud of it. From what I understand, it's only been done like twice, Paulie, you said, since how many years?
I believe it was the first time in 38 years that any American League player had done that at the time.
I don't know how many times it's been done, but very special moment.
And we'll have more of Dick Allen next week, leading into his June 24th throwing out of the first pitch at the White Sox game.
I eat on the pasta twice.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Ulsan, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. Lanigan's Irish Pub is the place to be at 3119 West 111th Street, right by Kedzie. Live music on Sunday with Fast Eddie. Drink specials daily, including $1.50 domestic bottles on Thursday, $3 Guinness on Tuesday. Call for karaoke information on Friday. Party room, too. All that available at Lanigan's Irish Pub, 3119 West 111th Street on the beautiful south side of Chicago. Get there, Lanigan's Irish Pub. Lindy's Chili, Gertie's Ice Cream at 110th and Kedzie has it all. From fresh-made burgers, fries, hot dogs, chicken, turkey, Polish, shrimp, tuna, barbecue, ham, tamales, quesadillas. They've got salads and plenty of ice cream with sundaes, banana splits, and seasonal favorites. Get all these things at Lindy's Chili, which is where I start, but I always get a little something extra, at 110th and Kedzie. We close out this week's show with trivia from Aurelio's in Beecher, and the crowd, very astute, very intent. Here they go. Dinosaurs on TV in the 90s. What was the family name? Hint, gasoline. 5 seconds. Petroleum is not it. We go to We Beat You. Right here? Sinclair. Sinclair is right. Very nice.
Sinclair is right. Mississippi. Jackson is right. You just had that last week, huh? It's an 80. Packed to 150 in the lead. Brainy bunch. Oh, Brainy. Brainy. What would you like? Animals. Two-word name of a 70s show about lions set in Africa, and this two-word name was also the name of a two-word movie about lions set in Africa. What's that two-word name? Five seconds. Going. So, sorry. We go to Freeman. Born Free is right. Nice play. And the crowd erupted at the Freeman answer, giving them 90. Crazy Danes. Crazy Danes, what do you want? Sweden. Stockholm is right. It's a 90. The Black Sox lead at 210. Know-it-alls. Baseball or Capitals? Arkansas. Little Rock is right. It's a 100. And the know-it-alls to 150. All right, the Capitals are done for now. We'll close out the quarter with baseball. Team Bruns. In May of 2012, this White Sox pitcher was named American League Pitcher of the Month. That's just like 10 days ago. 5 seconds. Going. So sorry. We go to, we beat you.
Burley.
Mark Burley went to Miami. We need a current White Sox. We go to Pact. Did you say John Danks? Interesting, but no. We go to Brainy Bunch. Brainy. No try. We go to Freeman. Sorry, that's not right. We go to Crazy Danes. Anything? Yes, you can take a free throw, yes. And now the complicated process of a free throw. Here we go. The throw is good, and he didn't have to say Chris Sale. See you next week. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.